Yeah. Oh, I was long gone, deep in a pit I dug with my own two hands. Misery became my roommate, pain became my closest friend. I thought it was written in my DNA, thought it was just who I am, thought this was the only life I'd ever get to understand. I had given up on better days, given up on being whole. I thought the pit was my address, thought the pit was my home. I stopped even praying because I thought God had moved on from me. I thought I was too far gone for anyone, even Him, to see. But mercy said no, mercy said no. Jehovah showed up and He showed off. He reached down in that pit and He pulled me out. He turned my sorrow into joy, turned my mourning into laughter, turned every scar I carried into a testimony after. Mercy said no, and that's why I'm still here. I remember the nights I couldn't tell the difference between living and just existing. I remember believing the lie that said this was permanent, no resisting. But somewhere in the middle of my lowest, darkest hour, something shifted, something moved. I felt a different power. It wasn't loud, it wasn't sudden, it was just a quiet hand reaching down into the pit to help me understand that I was never as forgotten as the darkness made me feel. That the God I thought had left me was the God still holding the wheel. But mercy said no, mercy said no. Jehovah showed up and He showed off. He reached down in that pit and He pulled me out. He turned my sorrow into joy, turned my mourning into laughter, turned every scar I carried into a testimony after. Mercy said no, and that's why I'm still here. I used to hide the scars, used to cover up the proof that I had been somewhere dark, somewhere underneath the roof of shame and silence, somewhere I thought nobody would understand. But now I hold my scars up like a trophy in my hand, because every mark tells a story of a God who didn't leave. Every mark is a witness to what mercy did achieve. But mercy said no, mercy said no. Jehovah showed up and He showed off. He reached down in that pit and He pulled me out. Hey, He turned my sorrow into joy, turned my mourning into laughter, turned every scar I carried into a testimony after. Mercy said no, and that's why I'm still here. I didn't ask to be delivered, I didn't even have the faith. I was too far gone to reach for grace, too deep in my own case. But grace doesn't wait for you to reach it. Grace reaches down instead. It came looking for me while I thought that I was better off dead. Jehovah didn't just save me quietly, He made a scene. He showed off in my story so the whole room could see. But mercy said no, mercy said no. Jehovah showed up and He showed off. He reached down in that pit and He pulled me out. He turned my sorrow into joy, turned my mourning into laughter, turned every scar I because mercy did it for me. It doesn't matter how deep you think you've gone, how far you think you've fallen. Mercy has a habit of showing up right when you're calling. So don't believe the lie that says this pit is your whole story, because mercy's coming to turn your mess into your glory. The same hand that reached down and pulled me from that place is already reaching for you, already knows your name. Mercy said no. Mercy said no. Jehovah showed up and he showed off. He reached down in that pit and he pulled me out. He turned my sorrow into joy, turned my mourning into laughter, turned every scar I carried into a testimony after. Mercy said no, and that's why I'm still here. So if you're in a pit tonight, Jehovah showed up. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. He turned it all around.